By the way, it's 14-0 for Green Bay. That was on James's BlackBerry, wasn't it? Was it James the score? Je dois dire, Monsieur le Ministre, Madame Claire Lopez, Madame le député Kelly Bloch, chers Mesdames et Messieurs, je vous demande pardon, mais mes remarques brèves, je dois dire, se font en anglais. Désolé. Congratulations to Fred and the Free Thinking Film Society for bringing Iranium back, so to speak, to this hall. Congratulations to Heritage Minister James Moore for helping us with the rebooking. I haven't seen Iranium either, and each of you will decide, of course, what you think of it tonight. And some of you probably read the comments by John Mundy, Canada's former ambassador in Iran until 2007. It struck me, not having seen the film, as being a responsible comment. Iran, as you all know, friends, is a vitally important country. Its culture is thousands of years old. It has a long-suffering population of 70 million people, with almost 2/3 of them under the age of 30. Iranians increasingly should be distinguished from the regime in Tehran. Virtually all Canadians oppose, I think, an invasion of Iran by anyone, but many of us seek effective sanctions that will effectively discourage Ahmadinejad from developing nuclear bombs. Iran has vast amounts of natural gas. I think it's a 300-year supply of natural gas and huge amounts of oil. Nobody can seriously doubt that the only reason he wants nuclear power is to build nuclear weapons, right? Iran now has the highest number of executions per capita in the world. More than 2,000 death sentences were handed down last year alone, with approximately 160 children now on death row. More than 3,000 Afghan refugees are awaiting execution. More than 32 Iranians are waiting to be stoned to death. The highest number of journalists in detention anywhere exists in Iran. Human rights activists and defense attorneys face daily intimidation. The regime is presently intensifying its persecution of its people for their religious faith. The Iranian parliament adopted, as I'm sure many of you know, a mandatory death penalty for apostasy. Among its primary targets are the gentle Baha'i community. Most of those prosecuted for apostasy, of course, are Muslims. The inclusion of the Iranian opposition group, the PMOI, the MEK, on the terrorism list in Western countries was one result of a misguided appeasement policy in many capitals and a misinformation campaign by Iranian lobbyists. The listing also provided an excuse for Tehran to increase suppression on the Iranian opposition in Camp Ashraf, one place, by the way. And we have Warren Kreitz here tonight with us, and I hope anybody wants to talk to him about Camp Ashraf, where he's been. Hold up your hand, will you, Warren? Okay, thank you. 3,400 Iranian refugees, friends, are living in this camp in Iraq, and it's become a hell on earth for them. But I'm not to go into that subject. Time is short. Now that all EU countries have removed the PMOI from their terrorist lists, no more time should pass before its removal from the Canadian and the US terrorist lists. In short, Canada should encourage the establishment of the rule of law and representative democracy in Iran. Hopefully all of you will tell your own MPs and your friends and your colleagues what you think about this important global issue and human dignity issue, especially after we see the film. Thank you very much. Yes.